Okay, so you guys wanted a video on balancing equations, so I'm going to do two quick examples for you guys. The first one is a decomposition reaction. You got C12H22O11 yielding carbon and water. Sorry, I need to open this. Okay, so first step you should do, unless you are perfect at this, you need to draw yourself a little table. Okay, then you need to, you're being an accountant here, okay? Because look, like we know that there's 11 oxygens over here, there's only one over here. There's no way that this is balanced. Our job is to balance these out. Make sure you have the same amount of atoms on both sides, because the law of conservation of mass tells you that matter can't be created or destroyed in a reaction. It's gotta go somewhere else, okay? So we have, oops, I'm so sorry. We have 12 carbons, we have 22 hydrogens, we have 11 oxygens. On this side of the equation, this is the reactant side. Reactant is the left-hand side of the arrow. On the right-hand side, our products, we have one carbon, we have two hydrogens, and one oxygen. And now we've got to go ahead and balance these. The order that you should do this, number one is metals. Two is non-metals that are not H and O. I'm going to cross those out. 3 is H, and then finally you do your oxygens. So, do we have any metals here? No, we don't. Do we have any nonmetals that are not H or O? Yes, we do. That's carbon. We have 12 carbons over here. We have 1 carbon over here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to multiply a coefficient right here. Put a big 2 right there. And then this is going to become, oh my gosh, a 12. I'm so sorry, 12, right? Because we're multiplying to get it to be 12. This will end up being 12. Okay? And this only affects that carbon, so we're good. Then we're going to go and move on to hydrogen. There's 22 hydrogens over there. There's only 2 over here. So we're going to have to think of a coefficient to multiply this whole molecule by to be able to equal 22 for the hydrogens. You can sit here and think, 2 times 11 equals 22. So I'm going to put a big 11 right here. And what's happening is that just like in math, this is distributing right here, and then this is also distributing over here, okay? Which means 11 times 2 is 22, and then 11 times 1 is 11. And now we just got to check to make sure everyone's happy, okay? There's 12 over here for C, 12 over here for C. There's 22 for H, 22 for H, and then there's 11 and 11, which means this is balanced. A blank means that it's really just an invisible 1. So it should be 1, 12, and 11, and everybody's happy. Here's another example. So once again, I'm going to draw this little T-chart table. I'm accounting here, okay? I need to start seeing who I've got. So I've got 3 hydrogens, I've got 1 phosphorus, and I've got 4 oxygens, 1 sodium, 1 oxygen, 1 hydrogen, 3 NAs, 1 P, 4 O's, 2 H's, and 1 O. Wow, that's a lot. Once again, I need to follow this list. So I'm going to say, okay, let's start with our metal, sodium. I've got 3 over here, I've got 1 over there. I have to multiply this guy by 3 to be able to make them be equal to each other. But look at what happens here. Hits that guy, hits that guy, hits that guy. Which means this becomes a 3, and this becomes a 3. Now sodiums are equal, so we can move on to our next one. We're going to move on to phosphorus. Well, we got 1 phosphorus here, we got 1 phosphorus over here. So we're chilling. Now we can move on to hydrogens. You have to be very careful though, okay? Because we've got only 2 on this side, right? There's no other hydrogens. But over here, there's 3 hydrogens right there and 3 hydrogens right there, which means technically we have 6 hydrogens over here. Knowing that, we've got to make sure that we make this 2 equal to this 6. So we've got to multiply this whole thing by 3 to make 3 times 2 equals 6. But again, look at what happens. It distributes. And this becomes a 3. Now I've got 3 NAs, I've got 1 phosphorus, I've got 3 O, oh, not yet, sorry, not O's. We got 6 hydrogens, 6 hydrogens. Lastly, I need to do my oxygens. So over here, I have 7 oxygens total, right? 4 and 3. And over here, I have 4 and 3. So I believe that I am all set. And that's how you balance an equation.